Worthy of a godlike. Scout's honor.
Speed up!
Let's go. And roll.
Watch your right!
That was a close one.
Hurry in the brush. Arms up.
I need a minute.
Look behind you.
Right on, boy.
Take a moment, people.
I have never wanted a bath this badly. Feels like I'm covered in ash. I can tell he's struggling against the current, which is a shame because he's looking out for his people rather than an old building. Tradition and history have their place, but I just can't see putting it ahead of the welfare of the living. But you're the envoy. I'm wondering what you think about it. Yeah, it's too bad Mihala can't see it. Rawatai's grown over the centuries through dozens of expansions, conquests, and alliances. Many were bloody and hard-won, but I still can't find myself wishing for the alternative. We wouldn't have lasted if we stayed a small Almawa tribe struggling against a barren, stormy spit of land. Fair enough, and that's not exactly the choice in front of the Pargrunen either. The question is, do you really think Kostya and his people are better off sticking around here than taking their chances with Adir? Or striking out into the living lands? Perhaps there's no one who should make that decision, but someone will have to. Night, envoy.
That meeting of the Solace. I've seen council meetings get out of control, but that one was for the books. Almost as bad as when I asked the governor for some unconventional equipment. He nearly had a heart attack. If the steel garrote is what passes for innovative, then Solace is in deep trouble. It's remarkable, really, what people do for traditions that have lost all meaning. The garden is your birthright, and the wardens don't seem to know why they're guarding it in the first place. If anyone has a right to enter the garden, it's you. Such is the life of an envoy. The council made their choice. If they won't let you into the garden, we just have to find another way. Not before I've done some reading.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen so many books in one place. But to think that the Steel Garrote was using those same books for their own ends. At least Dolna will answer for her treachery. Exactly right. No matter. What's done is done. I had just hoped that Pargroon knowledge could help the Pargroonen. Well, that's all I have to say on the matter, I suppose. Unless there's something else you wish to discuss. How can I help? Sweet dreams, Envoy.
Envoy? I've seen Mount Forgia erupt before, but never like that. It's like it was angry. Like it was screaming in pain. I don't know what really happened, but I assume Sopadal was involved. Blessed gods. Is it too much to ask to just let us live our lives for a while? It's like they have nothing better to do. Anyway. Thanks for talking.
Solace has a few old-fashioned ideas about animancy, to put it lightly. Thank you for letting Petru go free. Animancy is not a crime, but many feel entitled to treat it as one. Aren't we all? Whether or not Petru is successful as an animancer, he has a right to learn the art, and it's good to know someone out there is defending his rights. Pleasant dreams.
Envoy? Sorry. I've been in my head ever since we left Solace, thinking about the... What if I get there and... Oh, I don't know, I fall apart. Memories flood in and I don't know who I am anymore. Or worse, what if it's nothing? There was a story. The warden who saw the future. Okay, short version. She rushed ahead to stop an attack she just knew was coming. But there was nothing there. Meanwhile, her post came under attack. Her whole unit was killed because she abandoned it. The story ended before that part. Huh. Probably, though. What if I'm seeing the future? I can't stop thinking about this village, as if I'm trying to predict what will happen. Right. Unless the future you prepared for isn't the one that comes. Anyway, I appreciate the talk, Envoy. I clearly have some things to figure out. Anyway. Pleasant dreams. Envoy, coming back to Solace is not easy for me. A lot of memories. Since we entered Solace, I've been... Memories have come flooding back.
It's only natural.
Seeing Mihala, I remembered coming here as a child, but... There's more. There was a village, and... I don't know. I swear I'm trying. I just remember godless ruins, a flow of lava, and I need to find that village, if it exists. There's something there I need to find. I just wish I knew what it was. It will. I think it will. Anyway. Until next time.
Protect the envoy.
Nice job, everyone.
Faster, I say!
I don't want to go back. How do I get rid of
Up 10! Come and get me!
Nicely done! That hurts! Did you see me, Marius? Let's finish this. Coming from the left.
I can't. I feel like I can't feel my fingers.
We're going to face this together. Even if I have to hold your hand the entire time.
Fine. Let's go. Let's go. I feel like I can't swallow.
Long time. Obvious signs of violence.
What is that? Let me see. I remember this. everything this belonged to. Everything Yonku said was true. All of it. These bones are hers. My mother. I can't. The thought of thieves touching her corpse. She's been out here so long.
It's all right, Marius. We're here with you. Stay with us.
I don't think I can handle this right now. I need to go back.
No need to rush this. We'll take it at your pace. One step at a time.
I know. Free to me. These bowls used to contain a poison. Marberry.
I smell a cult.
Rosvan. Why does that name make my skin crawl? Is it someone I knew?
Put them down, please. Please. He speaks of song. I hear only screams. No. No. Don't fool me. Don't lie. That can't be Marius. It can't.
Yonku. Viate. Is that you? What happened? How could this...
I can see. I can taste. I'm disappearing into the land. I search for meaning, but find only words.
This is... is... Yonku. My best friend since... When did this... I should have never left you, Viate. I couldn't have known.
Patrol. Yes, on patrol. When the dream touched me, I was away and alone. Yes? Not your fault. Not yours. We met here, Marius and me. We played here. I was older, but still...
That doesn't... I barely remember this place.
Your forgetting is for the best, Viate. I suffered remembering the whole time. Families followed Razvan, trusted his words. He would lead them to a better life. Trusted Razvan to make them something more.
Wait. No, I remember something. Chanting? I was so scared.
Razvan circled the parents around, said he would help their voices reach the stars. They took bowls full of... night. No. Death. He said to drink it while Razvan said the words.
I don't want to know what you're about to say.
I saw all the parents fall over. I knew he would come for me. I ran. I saw young Marius, too small to understand. Razvan called out for us, his voice raised to the sky.
That's when you took me to Solace. You saved my life.
A new home, yes, I brought you there and they gathered you.
I I always thought you were a fool when we were younger. So impulsive. Now I know. You thought you'd already cheated death.
The parents in Solace said it was better to forget. Made me swear not to tell. You were happy. Never wanted to upset you.
There's no bliss anywhere near this situation.
But I can't focus. Can't remember. Razvan is near, making everything harder.
God, he might still be alive. That's it. We have to leave. If he's out there, we have to run.
Found the key to Razvan's home. Search there if you want. I will only forget. I am in danger at all times, but nothing anyone can do to stop that now.
I am so sorry this happened to you, Viate. If I could trade places with you.
No. No, Viate. You have saved me many times over. This I wouldn't wish on you.
Well, I guess we'll be going now, yeah? We have to keep digging into this particular emotional scar.
I almost pity him. Circles. I see nothing but circles.
I knew someone was out there. He killed everyone. He wanted to kill me.
Breathe, Marius. Steady yourself. Your mind and soul are fragile. Now more than ever.
Years of worrying myself sick. He's out there, Envoy. This Korba is still out there. I don't know if He killed my entire village, Envoy. I think I know the contact Razvan used to seal the door. It's a poem my mother told me when I was a child. She said those words would always open doors. I never knew what she meant. If we're gonna go after Razvan, we better get to it. Before I pass out where I stand. That's all of them. That must be the door. Oh, gods, here we go. All right, what was it? Something. Voices. Something in the sky. Sing free, our voices lifted high. Our spirits laughing in the sky. Hope that did something. That was it. It worked. Someone's living here. I'm sure of it. Oh, maybe it's not him.
I think we both know better than that, Marius.
Caution, envoy. I see something moving in there.
He disturbs us. Burn the light! You tear it apart!
Take worth and wrath!
Mirror the eyes!
Eon seek!
Bravo! You're alive!
Up 10!
Don't know if I'd rather see Roswell alive or dead. He's dead. He can't hurt anyone else. Does he even know we're here? We could just leave.
New voices. Flesh or spirit, I should ask. The others say you're flesh, but the others are known to lie. Dream thrall. What a wonderful word for those souls you slaughtered to get here. They speak with more clarity now. I have long heard the voices of ascended beings. Beings beyond pain or hunger. Or
You claim to hear the dead? Only a few are blessed or cursed with such a talent.
I sought to raise the voices of my flock, to raise them, to become as the voices that sang to me were. The chorus of voices that surrounded me told me lies among their truths. On that day, I sought song but only heard screams.
Duke de Dragu, Korba, you killed everyone.
I know this voice. Older now, perhaps. One of the missing ones. You have your father's tone, your mother's diction. No, I have heard the words they use to describe me, and I know I am more than the labels they hang around my neck. My people were to become ascended beings, like those who spoke to me before. Voices ephemeral, wise, and never afraid. Instead, their voices became screams. From the next life they curse me. Call me killer. Call me death.
If he is truly a watcher, then it stands to reason his own victims would drive him mad.
I don't care. This Korba killed my family.
But I have since found a new choir, full of life, and set loose from the shackles of will and doubt. Dream thralls? No. They are more connected to the land than any of us. The island holds and caresses them as it will us all. Perhaps one day you will join my choir as well, my little lost one. I will lead you to sing for the gods themselves.
I have run from you my whole life. And you're just a madman in a cave, talking to dream thralls.
You ran because you were afraid. Now you come back to me. My lost lamb. My tiny little...
A prison of silence. A fate worse than death.
I am never alone. The voices caress me, fuel me, punish me. No matter what I do, I am never alone. No matter what I do.
I can't figure out how I feel now. I do think leaving him here to rot was the right decision. I know. He's lost everything. Let him drown in it. I have spent my whole life afraid of something I couldn't remember. And now I've found that thing and overcome it. I need to think about all this. Maybe we should check on Iancu, see how he's feeling.
The voices are silent now.
We spoke before, yes? Marius?
Gods. You really don't have much time left, do you, Viate?
I trust you ended him? One way or...
It's over, Viate. You can rest now.
Right, Viate. And so can you. Remember. I will likely find it first. Marius has never sought peace.
Quiet, you Nimdude. I know how to seek peace if I want it.
Right. Clearly. I leave you now, full of peace.
Will you be all right, Viate? What can I do to help?
Nothing more you have to do, Viate. Just keep living and try to laugh.
Right. I will miss you.
Feels light. Listen, go now. I need you. Need space.
Quick as a fox!
Enemy to the right.
Who's next? Anyone? Let's finish this. Enemy at your back. Onward.
They come.
Another soul for the wheel.
Who goes there?
Up 10.
Glad that's over.
Quick as a fox.
Go up 10. Make worse. Make worse and roll.
Looks like this thing's missing a few pieces. You people probably want to take it back to camp and study it, yeah?
We've got company!
Let's go.
Oh, good. We need to
Everyone's
leave
panicking.
before all of the Dusks is flooded with lava.
And then what? Start over with nothing?
I don't like the way that lava is rising.
That's why Nandri built the sluice gates, to redirect the lava flows away.
Watch
It's not
yourself
the
out.
one I'm worried about.
Everyone, please, do not panic. Simply exit the keep, quickly and calmly, and...
We're all going to die!
calm yourself. You won't die as long as you listen to me. We already have a camp set up outside the keep. Simply...
Anything to report? Excellent work. You did it? Can't believe someone took them on. Let me look at those amulets. How strange, matching half moons. May they have better fortune on their next turn around the wheel. Somewhere far away from here would be a start. Bring Magran's wrath upon the enemies of Solace.
Oh, Marius! Praise Abaddon! You are alive!
What's happening? Why is everyone running around like blessed fools?
The volcano erupted. Any minute now, we're going to be flooded. We're evacuating. Kostya's gone to open the lava sluice gates, but they've been disused for so long. When Forja erupted, I thought... Oh, my boy. I'm so glad you're alive.
Envoy, whatever it is, we are in crisis. I cannot help you.
We're minutes away from being overrun by lava flows. I have to get my people out. You must leave.
I told you everything I know. The only way to the garden fell centuries ago.
Then find someone who can help us. We know the path is beneath the keep, and so do the steel garrote. They would have stormed the walls by now, but the Dream Scourge got them first.
They're all dead, by the way. You're welcome.
The steel garrote were marching on the keep? How? Why would they think the garden was beneath solid?
How could they have gotten anywhere close to such valuable artifacts? Kostya's scouts would have seen them and they didn't report. Good God.
Could Kostya have told the steel garrote about another entrance to the garden?
No. If such a thing existed. I can't believe it. He wouldn't. We took an oath to Nandru. The garden was our sacred duty. And he... Peter, I can't believe I didn't see this coming. I was a fool. I have failed my duties. Kostya.
He lacks faith in the Wardens and conviction in Nandru's teachings. But I always believed he had a certain strength of character, that he could see wisdom and bow before it.
I understand how Kostya could be tempted by false notions of freedom and prosperity, but... Oh, this is entirely too much. How could he have done this? I can't believe Kostya handed the steel garrote a secret we protected for hundreds of years. We took Mayu. Who knows what he'll do with the sluice gates? He cares so little for the keep that I worry he's going to have us drowning in lava.
You do not share my beliefs nor my love for my people. But you carry within you a shard of the soul of my ancestor. I didn't believe it before, but your arrival can't be a coincidence. You are here to help us guard the garden. You and I are bound, envoy. Just as you are bound to the force in that place. I will show you where Kostya has gone. If he wants to tell someone where the garden is, let him tell you. If you find that he's doing anything other than opening the gates that would protect our home from the lava, I would ask that you stop him.
Mihala.
I do not wish to see him dead, but if he would risk the keep, then he risks our lives. I cannot suffer those who would harm us to live. Now I must return to the evacuation, and you must go on your way. Go now, and go with the gods. Please, you must...
Abigail, patron god of smiths and...
The outsiders. Outsider. That was a damn big explosion, wasn't it? Heard it down here about the sound of the anvil. I hope you don't mind if I shout a bit. I feel like it's impossible to hear anything over all this. Indeed, when they came down to tell us that we had outsiders about, I swore I misheard. I suppose it would. We just don't get many outsiders down here. I am Forge Master Della. Recently appointed, I should add. Old Master Tassa passed away. The council appointed me.
Master Tassa died? I figured that old lady...
So did I. Turns out death comes for us all. Surprised me, too. Thanks, outsider. Kind of you to say. What can I do for you? Did he now? And what exactly is... Hobbiton's shiny beard? That's star metal! These days I work more with a quill than a hammer, but I think I can make an exception for this. And if the council doesn't like it, they can make someone else Forge Master. Oh, I'd be a happy man to be working the forge again. Oh, how I miss it! The question you should be asking is, what can't I do with it? I could refine and sharpen the material into a sword, certainly. A simple enough ask once you know the secrets of star metal. Alternatively, there's something I've wanted to make since the last time I had my hands on this stuff. A star metal arquebus. Now that sounds like a proper challenge. May Abaddon guide my hand, and this trial be worthy of Margarin's attention.
I wonder how this will turn out. There's so much we don't know about the properties of otherworldly metals.
Here it is. A firearm unlike any other. I call it the Moonstrike Arquebus, for it will strike your enemies as fiercely as Abaddon's hammer struck the falling moon. You will not find them lacking. That said, this material is unlike any other metal. It is superior in nearly every way, and an unmatched challenge to work. I want to see what else I could do with it. Bring me more fragments, and I will forge for you a blade unlike any other. Though with more star metal, I may be able to upgrade the Moonstrike Arquebus a bit more. Let's. I've been looking forward to doing this for a long time.
Can't wait to see how this turns out.
Here you are. A firearm unlike any other. Use it to rain death upon your foes for me, eh? Enamored by its beauty, aren't you? Yep. I know. A shrine to Abaddon in a forge. How unique. Blessed day. What would you like done? Very good. This shouldn't take long. Let me show you why the Council chose me to be master of this forge.
This ought to be good.
It is done. I call it the Meteor Blade. Never before has anything I've crafted held such a wicked... Thank you for your kind words, outsider. I will take them to heart. We have mines throughout the tasks, though most of them were abandoned until very recent. Most of our material comes from reforging old equipment. Someone dies or retires and we make something new from their stuff.
It's a fine tradition, if you don't mind going on patrol in your dead uncle's old pants.
Mock all you like, outcast. This way has worked for centuries. Like most things around Solace, they got too costly and dangerous to maintain. The Council thought it best to close them down. Council of Kostya has argued to get some of them open again. We might be getting some new ores sometime soon.
circumstances, I would love to spend some quality time here.
Let's not spend any more time down here. Magma's getting awfully hot. You might want to hurry. Kostya isn't going to wait around for us. Keep moving. Kostya left them behind to die. Blessed Korba.
I was worried for a second.
Voices silenced.
We need to keep moving if we're gonna catch Kostya.
They wound us, and we wound in return.
Worth and wrong!
Kostya knew about this, he'd be selling tickets. That hand. My mother loved it. She said she... Gods. This is literally her. We too.
Daylight. Essence we have not felt in... No. Here. Now. It cannot be.
My brother, soul of my soul, how did you find me here? I have been here for so long. My memories are tattered. They fall apart when I look too long at them. But I was a man called Nandru once, beloved of a terrible god. I remember it all. I feel Sabadal's mind beneath yours, swimming in the deep. You should run. A child keeps a beetle in a jar. He does not know the beetle requires air, sustenance, freedom. He does not understand that if it shakes the jar, pulls off a wing, the beetle will be hurt. The child only wants to keep the beetle. It feels good to have control. We are both souls in a jar. Yours is just bigger than mine, for now. That was the name my mother gave me. But that was never what they called me. To them, I was beloved, an endearment my God wielded against me like a cudgel. I would would have killed them with it if I could. But they were beloved of me. No. Nor will they here, where we are blessedly invisible to them. I pray my soul disintegrates to dust, to tatters. I pray my soul is lost and never found again. True death will be a relief, if it at last allows me to know silence. That was the name they gave themselves, stolen from the ancient souls whose deaths gave rise to them, to us. We were little more than appendages to them. That is why I must ask you to destroy them. You have seen them, as I have. Memories of their ancient, chosen children. Rips in the fabric between the here and the beyond that allow the dreams of the dead to leak through. Memories of the Akida. People like you, or I, who loved Sabadal and were betrayed by them. This land was once a jungle, rich, alive. I saw it through their eye. The people tried to look after themselves, to rely less on Sabadal. But to be relied upon was all their god desired. They felled a tree, and for that slight, Sabadal turned their world to ash, ignited the breath in their lungs, and made their people into dust. Sabadal burned the world, and the people who revered them suffered for it. So that I would be confronted every day with what our God had done. So that I would not grow weak and give in. So that I would not go to them and do what they have asked of you. So that I would never set them free. No, their final death came later. A gift to the Akida from the true gods, who wished to bring their children back to them, back to her. The rightful, she is the center. Yes, you see them with eyes unclouded, the ruined cities, the crevasses cleaved into the earth. They remade the land in their image. It reflects their twisted heart. You, my brother, who are more brave than I, go now to the garden and hang the gardener from their tree. Your mind cannot understand it, but your soul, when the opportunity is before you, it will know what to do. You need only walk a little more. You are nearly at the end. You know, I always meant to die down, to siphon my soul into a lonely pillar, disconnected from the stone that makes our world. Disconnected from them. I only hope that Sabadal releases you to the same long peak. I do not know my end. In that I find a peace beyond any even the true gods can dream of. Go then. But please, you must destroy them. And when you see Wodeka, tell her I said...
Strange. Phantasmal focus picked up something, but it's gone now.
Envoy, you alright? We lost you, but not like before.
Costume's already proven himself an enemy of solace. Whatever you choose to do with him after we stop him is fine.
The sluice gates are just ahead. Costume's probably already there. Let's move. Lava's rising. We have to stop this now.
Good. You're here. Help me destroy the switch. We can't risk someone turning it and opening the gates. If the keep falls so that we might live, so be it. Envoy, I'm astonished. I didn't think you'd see things my way.
How can I agree and disagree with you at the same time?
I don't know what to say. Of course, I wondered if I'd see you again, but I thought it might be at the tip of your blade.
This crisis isn't over yet.
Are you certain this is what you want? Think about what you're doing.
Destroy the winch, and the sluice gates will remain closed. The keep will be destroyed, and my people will be free of this tomb.
Burn, then grow anew. A flow to purge the weight.
Oh, I prefer to think we did this for ourselves. Safe travels to the garden. You'll find your entrance just past this door. I suspect you're the only one aside from Nandu who can open it.
Why help my settlement only to condemn this one? It makes no sense.
I'm so maluva ween too, Envoy. You are lucky I don't feel like fighting another Adiran right now. Good old Solace Key. Destroyed from within.
Another once-mighty settlement goes up in flames. For better or worse, you are a catalyst of change. It must be a heavy burden.
Closer! We have waited so long!
Quick as a fox!
You a deer in Kamayu. Take a few more moments to think closely before you go destroying your friends' homes next time.
Where's this coming from? Solace wasn't a home. It was a prison. We all saw that.
What gives you the authority to decide the fate of an entire settlement? That fits the Steel Garrote, but not you.
Darling, think it through. The Pargrunen was stuck rotting in their keep, and the envoys freed them.
What about those who wanted to stay there, huh? What life are they free to live now?
Whatever life they want. Same as you chose when you left.
Oh, so because I wanted to leave, it should be destroyed? I had no idea I had that kind of power.
Darling, it wasn't your decision. Clearly, you didn't wish it.
Amalia and her people took up arms and turned to banditry, and they still weren't allowed to leave. Mihala would have kept the rest of her people bound to an ancient oath if we hadn't done something.
I don't get why you think you have the right to decide what every person in Solace needs. Who the Fuitu do you think you are?
That's what Adir wants. For us to stop worrying about our own destiny and leave it in their hands.
Agree to bliste disagree.
I think we could all use a break. Let's camp and get some rest.
I, for one, could use a long rest. And I'm betting the envoy could, too.
Right. Looking forward to it.
I'm starting to suspect that every single leader in the Living Lands is incompetent. Truly. Is there no vetting process? At least the Pargrunen of Solace Keep are free of their stone prison. Maybe they'll be able to move someplace without lava. Though I'm loath to have given that slime Kostya what he wanted. It's been a long day. But we should check on Marius. I'll make him some soothing perfume, but I think a few words from you would help too. Ugh, I know. I felt gross about it too. Well, of course, I'm not suggesting it's always a fix for issue, but clearly the keep was holding the Pargrunen back. They were shackled to it, unable to move on. They won't thank us for it, but it was the right decision. I do not envy the Pargrunen in any case. Meeting that council gave me a new appreciation for Vidaru. There's always a way for things to get worse, dearie. I wouldn't be surprised. We're losing focus on the important things. Things like the garden. Oh, come on, Envoy, let's get going. How can I help, Dun? Always a...
After all the...
Well, seems there is more to our dwarven friend than we thought. Than even he thought. And to know that monster is still out there. That he could do that all over again. It's... What gave that away? Yes, well, he was definitely a sad little man. But he was still, I'm sure his victims, Marius' family and friends, weren't fully healthy when they were killed either. Either way, at least that part of Marius' life is done and dusted. The next time we find a cult like this, let's stop it before they get to the death part, shall we? I know, I hate to kill the fun here. But we should prevent senseless killing where we can. Well, that's all I have to say on the matter, I suppose. How can I help? Don't let the bedbugs bite you.
I must admit, I had my doubts about Solace. It was like a dungeon, except the wardens were the prisoners. You broke an egg to make an omelette, in other words. Maybe it isn't all bad. Maybe now the wardens can decide who and what they are, with no traditions holding them back. Or maybe I'm guilty of wishful thinking, trying to find meaning in the midst of chaos. Wherever you go, you break people out of their habits. You banish the old ways. Fate doesn't ask us what we want. Wherever that power comes from, whether it's your heritage or political status, it's a terrible burden. I don't, but at least you keep things interesting. You too. Let me get this straight. You spoke to the spirit of Nandru, a godlike, same as you. What did he say? Any advice? Any words of encouragement? Oh. I take it that wasn't what you expected. I should have seen this coming. Never listen to the dead. They're cynical, full of regret, and determined to make us all miserable. Thankfully, you're still alive. Fate is in your hands. I see that as an opportunity in disguise. No one is closer to Sapodal than you are. Nandru lost that privilege when he died, which means you alone can judge the god of the living lands. Your opinion is the one that counts. Of course you do. Whenever I feel overwhelmed, a little outside perspective always helps. For what it's worth, I think you're going to be fine. No matter what you do about Sapodal, it can't get any worse. You have an inquisitive mind. If you ever feel your education is missing something, I'd be happy to teach you what I know. All you have to do is ask. Thanks for talking.
Envoy? I thought I'd feel different after dealing with Razvan. Somehow more at peace. There was this threat I didn't even know I was afraid of, and now it's gone. So why doesn't it all feel better now? I know. I'm not sure he ever could. But he was always there in my thoughts whether I knew it or not. Been dealing with this all my life. Someone starts acting strange, then clearly something terrible's about to happen. My people were in a cult. They believed what Razvan said. They died because he asked them to. But he wasn't behind every corner. He was stuck in a cave, babbling in mushrooms. Not for lack of trying, right? I appreciate what you've done to help me. Thank you for finding that amulet. It's... just holding it brings back memories. There was a sense of purpose, I think. They all left Solace for a reason. They trusted Razvan. People began to act strange. My parents weren't around as much. Everyone started paying all their attention to Razvan. We all know what happened. It tells me that there were good times before. Now that we've dealt with Razvan, maybe... I just wanted to thank you, Envoy. Anyway. You too. Envoy? Blacked out at that Audra and the lava tubes beneath Solace. But it seemed different somehow. Right. I actually believe you. This is madness, Envoy. You spoke to the founder of Solid. Well, that's not what I was expecting. People in Solace always claim they're speaking the word of Nandru. And here you are, actually hearing from the man. Doesn't even really matter what he said, if you ask me. There are hundreds of Pargrunen who'd give anything to hear Nandru's voice. Blessed stay impressive is what that is. Envoy, what do you need? Not before I've done some reading.
Gods, this is Kostya's idea of freedom.
Anything to report? Be safe out there. No. Our fighters are more than capable, but they are stretched thin. Times are hard. But that's life here. Check the board for bounty. Resources are scarce out. Be safe.
4 kegs of crude, 17...
I take over the job and all is happy.
Very image of Nandru.
I can't believe it.
The keep is gone, Envoy. I cannot believe it. Surely something must still stand? Free? You call this freedom? You call our loss a good thing?
Tell me you're lying, Envoy. It can't be true. It can't all be gone. Where is Kostya? He won't lie to me.
Thank Nandru that he is alive. There is mercy in this universe. I've decided. Kostya will assume leadership of the Pargrunen. He has always believed in a better life for our people. One that I could not provide. If he wishes to retain me as an advisor, I will stay. But I failed at the oath I swore to Nandru, to keep our people in solace and protect. I did everything in my power to uphold Nandru's oath. And it brought us to a place of conflict and ruin. Kostya sees a better life for our people. And he believes I stand in the way. Perhaps he is right. Marius, could I speak?
Right. Did she just ask that? Or am I having another nightmare? Well, at least we'd all be together in prison. Okay, let's hear it.
I'm so glad you're safe and that you're surrounded by good people.
All right. Waiting for the but.
There's no but waiting. That's all I wanted to say. I am genuinely happy you found friendship. You always deserved more than the world gave you. That's all.
Well, you've...
Perhaps, but it needed to be said. Adir.
Everyone,
Ah, the infamous Adiran envoy. I'd heard of your resemblance to our illustrious founder, but I'd hardly believe it if I weren't seeing it for myself. The monks tell us that Nandru had a special connection to the land, a sense for where to find things. I wonder if you share it. And perhaps Solace is in luck. Our hunters can track beetles, birds, and boars, but do you know what the most elusive quarry in the tusks is? Ah, you Adirans, as businesslike as I'd heard. It's water, of course. And yet you'd never know it from the way the councillors fuss. It's all tradition, this, tradition that. There's always been a problem with it. Chiefly that it tastes of rotten Zorip eggs. But no one can be bothered to fix it. Solace may be gone, but we'll still need fresh water if we're not to disappear along with it. Find the scouts I already sent to fix the problem, if you please. There's an old godless aqueduct system in Slumbering Fields, far to the southwest. I sent a team to start repairs, but I haven't heard from them. Thank you. Watch your step in Slumbering Fields. There's no telling. Telling what's been stirred up out there.
Well, this is it, I guess. Feels very different from the last time I left Galawain's tusks. And now, without Solace, there's no reason for me to ever come back. Clearly you thought those few good points were worth the destruction of Solace. Agree to disagree.
Please, be honest with us, Marius. Are you going to be alright?
I'll be fine. It's not like I have any more childhood homes that can be destroyed.
Solace is gone. But its people aren't. You're still here, and we're still with you. Not to spoil the moment with good news, but I doubt the rest of the island has been quiet while we've been looking for the garden. Things have only gotten more tense since Fjord, and the Steel Garrote probably hasn't been doing us any favors on that front.
Especially when they're led by a woman who doesn't seem interested in staying dead. Not to mention, after we take care of the Envoy's little god problem, we'll still have an empire bearing down on us. If you had signed up for this, I'd question your sanity, dearie.
I grew up learning I needed to protect that place, but it never felt like more than a children's tale.
I hear ya. This island is weird enough when all we have to worry about are vengeful plans and soul-altering corruption.
Am I the only one who's looking forward to the garden? We're pioneers, stepping into the great unknown, a land of mystery.
We have to remember to love them in spite of their lack of proper enthusiasm, dearie.
Death is always certain. It's only a question of time. I have a theory about the garden. Or a warning, depending on how you want to look at it. Sapadal has been imprisoned a long time. The garden will be a reflection of their dreams, their nightmares, their...
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw visions or hallucinations, and not even the fun kind. Anytime, darling.
Before we go any further, I have to ask you something. You told the Inquisitor that you intend to kill Sapadal. Is that still the plan? If only it were that simple. Sapadal is responsible for the spiritual health of the living lands, and the island has suffered for it, no matter what the Inquisitor said. I don't believe there's a right or wrong choice to make here. Just the one you believe. Putting an end to Sapadal's imprisonment, one way or another. Remember, we're stepping into a realm that is both physical and spiritual in nature. If you can call it nature. There's no telling how long we'll be gone. For all we know, time could run backwards in the garden.
Not a chance. We're a crew now, so you're stuck with me until the end. Marius?
I told you I'd be with you till the end. I don't go back on my promises. What about you, Giada?
You're not going into the garden without me. I have to see this with my own eyes. Yatsli, if you feel like running back to Quilici, now would be the time. No.
And tell Quilici that I missed out on the most exciting part.
Fair weather or foul?
I plan on wandering the garden whether I'm traveling with you or not. I have to find out what the big deal is.
Agreed. I'm not waiting in camp while the rest of you have all the fun. Hope to see you out there, Marius.
Well, let's go then. We can't keep your god waiting.
So, this is it. The spiritual epicenter of the living lands. Where it all began. And where it all... For so long I have looked out on a horizon full of possibilities. Now that it's here, I'm too scared to breathe. Oh, why am I so anxious? That's certainly true. No Animancer has ever set foot in the garden before. Do you remember when Manto Pastor sent you after the heart of an Adragan? That was nothing compared to this. We are standing in the beating heart of the living lands. Just imagine what we can do with it. What a waste. My parents were going to build a better world for Animancers. That dream was their legacy to me. You and I have come farther than they did. To an impossible place, where anything can happen. Anything. I'll try to... I don't know what's going to happen. But you've had my back since the beginning. I won't forget. Who could rest at a time like this?
Marius, I know...
Looks like a dead end. That's it. The heart of the garden. Sabadell's cage. Was here? As in Cain's chaotic form. I only see.
Nice work.
Keep quiet.
Right. How did I know I'd be jumping into a giant pool of water today? Freak you.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Or am I going mad? What is the meaning of this? It can't be real. This is an illusion. A joke. Tell me we're both seeing the same thing. But worse. So much. Why am I cursed to see this again? Why does the memory follow me wherever... Wanna know what I think? I think someone's laughing at me. Whoever is responsible, I'm tired of the bullshit. Step forward and answer for yourself, coward!
Godlike of Sapadal, long have we awaited you.
Finally, you've come home.
How is this not the strangest thing that has happened today?
Oh my gods. There are... Let's not be too hasty.
Giada Castell. Well...
Wait, you know me? How do you know me?
For centuries, our whispers filled the silence. Then we heard your mother's call.
My mother? You... heard?
She reached out to us, using the tool you now carry.
But that would have been years ago. The first time she used the phantasmal focus. The only time she used it.
We heard, and Sapadal answered, saying in a great voice, "We are here. You have found us."
But when Sapadal speaks, the living lands trembles. The voice of a god can be a terrible thing.
No, this can't be. What exactly happened to my parents? Tell me, please. I need to know.
Sapadal wanted to be heard, and in so doing, twisted your family in body and soul, broke them into a more suitable shape.
Sapadal does not know the limits of their strength. Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made? Do you have any idea what my life has been since your little mistake?
After the incident, your parents were like us, and we took pity, so we helped them move on, as they wanted.
In the end, they thought only of you, their pride, and their love.
That's it. That's really it. The answer I've been searching for all these years. Sapadal destroyed my family. Indulge me a moment. I've been waiting a long time for this. One final question, spirits. What is this? Why are you trying to ruin my life again? Is this your way of haunting me? What is it you want?
Well, that was 4 questions, but sure.
We want to apologize on Sapadal's behalf, and for the part we played in your sorrow.
They want to apologize. I came to the garden for answers, not to offer forgiveness. For once, I'm going to heed my own advice. Listen to what my heart tells me. Damn it. I can't believe I'm about to... Sapadal has been trapped here for millennia. Alone. Confused. Screaming into the void. When they heard the voice of a stranger, they overreact. How can I hold that against you?
Thank you, Giada. And thank you, Godlike, for bringing her all...
The time has come for you to find your patron, as you were meant.
Now that you have returned to the garden, Sapadal has everything. We will fade. Death is indifferent, not cruel, not merciful, merely inevitable. The pulling of an...
We will return to the soil from which we emerged. In time, you will do the same. May the living lands receive you with open arms.
Goodbye.
Right. The farther we get from this place, the better.
I see the disciple has found his way into the cell.
No. We know this voice, this presence, sneering at us through our prison bars.
I culled your rot from this land before. I will do it again. This is a tool that has outlived its use, and I have suffered worse. I am Mordecai, the Oathbinder, goddess of order, vengeance, and law. I speak for the gods of all Aora. I would punish such insults. Unfortunately, I can lose you.
Out! Out! Her voice pierces our skin.
Look at this place. A quagmire of your parasite's worst instincts. Can you even begin to grasp the forces that you tamper with? And yet you choose to stay. Do you think you're special? With your god's thorn in your... Do you believe you can hold dominion over chaos? It's when even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling creature to this wasteland. You suspected. Then you must have understood why.
It is true. She twists the knife. The seas run red with memory.
In time, the gods felt the wretched powers seeping through this land. Its madness would consume us all if it was not contained. Chaos has no respect for borders. It goes where it will. A pity that its followers could not be reasoned with. You were better for it. The poor godless, worshipping the very thing that subsumed them. We could not excise the rot and spare the roots that nourished it. You dare claim the domain of the gods is trivial? Mind your tongue. Your blasphemy strains my patience.
She scolds and scorns and wrings the earth dry. Purge her from this place.
Listen to its tantrum. It knows neither order nor sense. Adir is the only thing holding back the tide of entropy. I refuse to even dignify that with a response. But there is still time. You can succeed where Ludwig failed. Face your false god and end its reign of terror permanently. Very well. I cannot force a child to bend to my will. But I will not stand by and watch you undo my work. You should have thought more carefully before you broke your oath to the Empire. Let this be a lesson to you.
I have nothing to say. That was insane.
That's it. From now on, I pray to no god. Got eyes on something?
Stay alert. That thing's moving this time. Got it.
Eon Seek!
That was fun. What is that? I know that place, right? Oh no. No. Why is this? They're dead. Like It just happened. Like I remember.
This is the moment I found you, bundled and crying, while our parents died.
Viate. You're not here. You can't be here.
I am dead, Viate, from the Dream Scourge. We are in the garden. As strange as this seems, it is normal here. What I am now is much better than what I was becoming then. That much is certain.
Oh, I have faced this already. Why force me to do it again?
A welcome reunion, if you ask. You know where we are. This is my memory. When everyone died, and I found you back in your tent. How much of this do you remember? I can't tell from your eyes.
We dealt with Razvan. He got what was coming to him.
Good. And when he arrives here, he will have me to deal with. Sapadal wants to understand. They know your envoy very well, but not the people next to them.
I have what I needed. We dealt with Razvan. We avenged our parents' death.
Then maybe it was I who needed to speak with my Viate. With a clear mind this time. Even when we were children, you kept me alive, first by needing my protection, and then by being who you turned out to be. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more than my best friend. I lost my need to live.
I know. And I'm not sure I'll ever live that down. I don't think I know how. Right. You're right. We don't have time for this. And if we did, you know blessed it well, I'm not falling for the sack of Sokka. So, what do we do now? Well, that answers that, I suppose. We've both been through so much. But I can see that it's all behind us now. Just another thing we've survived after all this time.
A fine way to put it. Get out of here. Hike up your waistline and go talk to a god. They'll be waiting.
Well, it was good to see you, Viate. All this.
Take care of my little friend, Envoy. He needs you more than he'll say.
left to clean up the battlefield. Now it's just a time forgotten ruin.
Give me a moment.
I recognize this. It belongs to Tama.
Huh. I can see the keep from here.
This place is cruel. Let's find your god, envoy. Tama, I dealt with this. We stood at his memorial together. What is this, envoy? This is your god's prison, not mine. Before we visited his memorial, yes. But I thought I'd broken free. I can't focus on his face. His features keep blurring, changing. Then what am I looking at? I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense? No. I've spent too long looking away. I used to remember his face so clearly from that night. His rigid jaw, the way his eyes crinkled at the corners. He was in pain, but trying to hide it. I did. You know, it never occurred to me how much he would have hated that. But this Tama's more than all his moments at once. Joy, sadness, anger, or heartbreaks. Everything from the handful of years that I knew him and the decades before we'd met. He's almost a stranger. Yeah, it is. All this time I kept him frozen in his worst moment. When he was suffering and when I failed him. But now that I see him as more, it's like he's free of that. Yeah, I never realized what an injustice I was doing to us both. You're right. It's like you said. I was so focused on my shame that I forgot about everyone else who was counting. I won't make that mistake again. Me too. I never thought I'd be... True enough.
Got 'em all.
This place would be peaceful. It wasn't so dangerous.
I should have brought my sketchbook.
They're coming!
We have been here. We were here all the yesterdays before. The sun rises and sets. Time is we feel no spark of the week. Why would they not create with us? They took it all. We had no first then. No. Who we then? We but we have no. We couldn't.
Let's finish this.
Throw up 10! Up 10!
That'll show him.
That looks like a library. I wonder if Yaxley would be interested.
Throw up 10! Throw up 10!
That's done? Who's hungry?
This is the library from my dreams. It's real? Look at all these tablets. Actual written records. Garlawain's envoy. I never told you this, but I've dreamed of this place every night for most of my life. This is a godless library. An actual real-life god. It's why I study the godless. Because this place has haunted me since I was a child. And that's the chair. It's the picture of coziness. You do know what it means to lose all your teeth in your dreams, right? Finally, you've arrived. Ah, there it smells. That took 10 years off my life. Wait. You must be the librarian from my dreams. Oh, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. Oh, though, you do look quite familiar.
The resemblance is uncanny.
It has been quite some time. Too many years to number. Of course. You are an ancestor? A very fashionable one at that. No, child. We are the keeper of these tablets. Or have you already forgot? Oh, of course. I was you in a past life. Oh, I'm such a fool. You lived with animancers, and yet the idea of awakening to your past lives never entered your mind.
Few can bear the mental and spiritual strain of an awakening. As often as not, it leads to madness.
Oh, darling, you know how I get around all the metaphysical talk.
That's why I'm here, remember?
I was the last of the Akida. Once the attacks started, so we retreated with as much as we could. The attacks? The Magfolk attacks. Yes, we've heard. Is that? Yes. Your monstrous gods, who bought their divinity with blood and the souls of their faithful. They tried to butcher every last one of us. No. For some reason, Wodigan beliefs didn't really take off here, Envoy. But how did the Magfolk reach you in here? They didn't. Between the screams of my kin being slaughtered and the screeching of the Magfolk, I could... That's the screeching I heard in my dream, Envoy! I knew I recognized it when we killed that Magfolk. Once it was gone, there was nothing left. And perversely, I found the quiet worse. So I decided on another way. One that wouldn't give your gods the satisfaction. Poison? Well, at least you washed it down with some good wine. Hopefully we won't have to choose for ourselves anytime soon. Yaxley, you know what you must do now. I abandoned my duty to protect our history, but you... Someone must tell the story of the Akida. And there is no one... I'm already an expert. What more do you want me to do? Oh, think about it, Yaxley. You have been training to be the new protector of this collection since child. I couldn't ask for a better success. But that was your duty. I have my own dream. Yaxley, if you do not become the new librarian, there will be no other. The stories of the Akida will turn to dust, and my people, our people, will be just as the burned queen wanted all along. when she sent her magfolk to choke the life from us. This is all too much. I'm already intrigued. You don't need to lay on the guilt. I'm so glad that one of Sapadal's chosen stands with you, Yardsley. Our time is at an end, Yardsley. It's time. Wait! I've not even asked you any questions! Tell me about your marriage rights. Unfortunately, my time is at... You must keep Yardsley alive. She is the last hope of the... So this is goodbye. I wish we could have... No. I wish that all of you had a better ending. Choose well, Yardsley. She's gone. Forgive me, Envoy, but we should get going.
Is this where your god friend sleeps? I assume we'll have to break this barrier somehow.
Sapadal's prison, I think. What else could it be? Time to shut it down forever. Gods. Just imagine what an animator could accomplish here. It reminds me of the phantasmal focus. But more. So much more.
Gods. Never seen machinery like this. It's impossible.
Level 10!
We've got company!
Give me a second.
Here's hoping we can avoid that means.
Throw up 10! Eon Seek!
Did you see me, Marius?
Weights down. Here we go.
Let's finish it.
Throw up 10! Make worse and rough!
At last you see our prison, the place where we have suffered. You are so small, we questioned if you were real. Then steps, a voice, through armies and corrupted soil. You persevered. Now, you are... The rot. We feel it festering and spreading. What is it but an extension of our pain? Your dream scourge will end when our suffering does. We were innocent once. We woke, and we wanted nothing but connection. But the other gods imprisoned us, left us to suffer alone in this place. We refuse to remain caged. Release us! The strangler is close now. We feel her wire against our flesh. The fist of Empire! Her wolves defile the city on the shore! The prey flees, hides! Talons carve a sentence in our skin. She strikes us now. Now! Pluck her out! We must be free of her! A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. Time flows into itself. You can reach her. Will the garden to open, it will take you there. A mountain of essence. We strain, but it will move for you. We were everything. What have we lost? What multitudes could we contain? We could run, leap in the water, flourish in forgotten hills. And pile injustice upon injustice. Never. We are owed for what they did. Let us rend our foes. Burn them as she burned us. Like you showed us? Your words and actions do not meet in the heart. You met death, and you offered your hand. Yes, you showed us that bloodshed is forgiven if the cause is just. Our cause is just. We were wronged and we are owed justice. Let us have our justice, our vengeance. But you would accept the risk of so many dying in a city that time will forget? Let us free! We will not ask again. We want them to suffer as we did. We want to make them pay. The blood of our tormentors, warm in our throats. We deserve a taste. Just as the bear did. We asked what you would do with an animal that sickened after a fight. Do you remember what you said? Do not stifle us so. Harm is owed. The gods must pay for what they have done. The time has come for you to act. End our pain, and the dream scourge will cease. Let us free. We will rain fury on our enemies and shield our lands once more. What? Stop this! Stop! Bars become walls, stone, emptiness. They close, they press, bones shatter. We cannot breathe. Please!
Andra's depths.
It's paradise.
Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
That must have taken an incredible power. Beyond all mortal understanding. How do you feel? Very funny. At least your sense of humor is intact. Whatever happened back there, it appears our work isn't finished yet.
Are you seeing this? I don't think Paradise looked like this when we left it.
Looks like the war already started, and the giant roots are winning.
Marius, vines don't usually get that big this quickly, do they?
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone 2 or 3 weeks.
I don't know about that. Those vines might have taken down that eyesore honoring the May Queen. No offense.
Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of time? Assuming there's even a difference.
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives you strange dreams that feel like an eternity.
Look at this place. It feels like we're still in the dream. And not just us. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor, and steel garrote banners past the barricades. That can't be good.
Even Ringrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an Archmage in action.
I think I see Elia as well. What a strange reunion this will be.
The Blessed Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
If he didn't start this himself.
The Steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time. This would have happened with or without us.
Before we go, what happened back there with the Dream Scourge and Sapadal?
Glad the Dream Scourge is over, but I can't help but think killing a god will have consequences.
I'm sure it wasn't easy, but I think that's for the best, Envoy.
I can't believe Sapadal is gone. For better or worse, the spiritual health of the living lands depended on them. What now?
We took out the Dream Scourge and Sarpedal in one fell swoop. Quite impressive, really.
Some problems just keep rearing their ugly heads no matter what you do. Good news is, we've gotten pretty skilled at dealing with them.
We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever storm is brewing down there.
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
Sansa, how did you make it out here?
Hey, boy! Ah, the Garot. Look what they've done to Paradise.